advances in diverse fields such as life science, computer science, and telecommunications, and so on. And the progress that has been achieved in such countries should be spread over all the world, since in our global world, enabling global science needs one world of science. And because also in our global world, improved science capacity anywhere may help anyone, everywhere. So let us dream of a flat world in which no place for third world of science. And in order to enable such a dream, we have identified during our discussion 3 problems. The first one is about the knowledge divide, and then the digital divide, and then the continuous growth without sustainable development. And we think that, as young researchers, that knowledge and e-skills are 2 tools to face the new challenges. Knowledge is really important because it improves economic growth, poverty reduction, and environmental sustainability. What about e-skills and information technology? Well, they are very important because they support economic development, contribute to the promotion of economic productivity, and develop career opportunities. So we should improve the education at low age that will focus on improving e-skills. And in some countries, we are witnessing young, teenagers who are more, talented than us in sending emails and using the technology infrastructure. However, this is not the case of all the countries, and this leads up to the problem of digital divide, which is a very important problem and which includes imbalances in physical access to technology, resources, and skill. So the digital divide is closely related to the digital knowledge, as the lack of information leads to the digital divide. So let us start first by bridging the digital divide. If you want to fill the gap between the North and the South, we have to think about the digital divide, and then we'll have new generation of fair equality policies, and this will effectively link innovation to people. So the topic, scientific publishing in developing world, is very significant in terms of bridging the knowledge gap between the North and the South. And when talking about scientific publishing in developing world, we should focus on many topics, such as challenges, new approaches, academic publishing, open access publishing, and increased output. On how to face challenges in scientific publishing, we had a very brilliant talk given by Dr. Adel Azraim, which pointed out that we should publish using usable knowledge. So we should find the context in where to apply our findings. And also highlighted that we are moving now from in-lab research to online research. So the concept, the so-called concept, publish or perish, now it's becoming adapt or disappear. Challenge 2 was highlighted by Dr. Ganguly, who encouraged us to stop reinventing the wheel and working in 2 areas. And in order to do this, we have to dare to think. Simply, we have to think. Very important. Challenge 3 was highlighted by Mrs. Cumming, and she presented the same problem that we have identified as young researchers, which is the lack of mentors. We don't have mentors in our developing countries, unfortunately. Let us now look at the challenges which were identified by our young researchers during the roundtable discussions. We lack research fundings. We are not aware about call for papers and call for proposal. We miss the link between universities and industries. Research findings are not visible at all. National journals are not visible either. And we have a very problem, which I've called referees peerages against developing countries' authors. Nowadays, reviewers tend to reject the paper whenever they see some affiliations from developing countries, unfortunately. And also a very important problem, which is related to heavy teaching duties. Nowadays, assistant professors are endorsed with very high teaching duties, so no time for research. Let us be more optimistic. Let us look at the ways to increase our scientific output. Way 1. Dr. Karl Schwartz described the strategies taken by Elsevier through the Research for Lyme program. And this program involves 3 partnerships, Hinari, Ardora, and OE, very important programs. And Professor Lila Serra has made a very brilliant talk in which she highlighted good publishing practices, and also she talked about the guidelines to follow when publishing important papers regarding language, data,